When talent, beauty, and power collide, Hollywood doesn't just take notice, it erupts. These aren't just handsome faces, they're icons, rewriting the rules of allure, artistry, and ambition. So stay with us. You won't want to miss a single name on this list. Their journeys are as captivating as their presence, and it all begins with number 1. When Zane Phillips walks onto the screen, it's like Hollywood collectively leans in a little closer. There's a sharpness to him, clean lines, confident energy, and that unmistakable leading man presence that feels both classic and entirely new. He's the kind of actor who commands attention without even trying, blending old-school charisma with a refreshingly modern edge. Born and raised in Denver, Colorado, Zane grew up surrounded by mountains and wide-open skies. Maybe that's why there's something expansive about him. Like he carries a piece of that bold, unapologetic landscape wherever he goes. After studying at Elon University and honing his craft on stage, he set his sights on Hollywood. And let's just say, Hollywood noticed. Zane broke through with his unforgettable role in the Hulu hit Fire Island, a queer retelling of Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice set against the backdrop of one of the most iconic gay vacation spots in America. Playing the brooding yet irresistibly magnetic Mr. Darcy type, Zane brought a subtle emotional intensity that turned heads and made plenty of hearts skip a beat. Overnight, he became a name to watch. Then came Netflix's Glamorous, where he stepped fully into leading man territory. Confident, effortlessly sexy, and undeniably charismatic, Zane proved he's not just a pretty face. He's a powerhouse performer with range. Whether he's delivering razor-sharp dialogue or a lingering stare that says more than words ever could, he knows exactly how to hold a camera. What sets Zane apart isn't just his talent, it's his energy. There's a sense of control in everything he does. Calm, focused, like someone who knows exactly who he is and isn't afraid to own it. He represents a new generation of openly gay actors who aren't boxed in by stereotypes. Instead, he's carving out space for himself on his own terms and doing it with undeniable style. Off-screen, Zane's just as captivating. He exudes that laid-back, cool guy vibe, the friend you'd grab a beer with, but also the guy who'd unexpectedly drop a brilliant take on art, culture, or fitness between laughs. His social media presence balances polished aesthetic shots with personal glimpses that feel real and relatable. It's this combination, star power with a human touch, that makes fans fall even harder. In his 30s, Zane is stepping into a moment that feels big. He's at that perfect intersection where confidence meets opportunity, where years of preparation are aligning with a cultural moment hungry for bold, authentic queer voices. He's not just showing up, he's setting a new standard for what a leading gay actor in Hollywood can look like. As casting directors and audiences alike keep their eyes on him, one thing's clear. Zane isn't playing by anyone's rules, but his own. His rise is proof that the future of Hollywood isn't just about fitting into a mold. It's about breaking it with grace and fire. With his sculpted jawline, effortless swagger, and the kind of presence that makes screens sizzle, Zane Phillips is redefining the modern Hollywood heartthrob. And he's doing it loud, proud, and on his own terms. Prepare to be captivated by Dwan Yosef, a one-of-a-kind artistic Adonis whose mere presence will make you feel like you've stepped into a living masterpiece. With a mesmerizing blend of European sophistication and Middle Eastern charm, Dwan has become a true icon of modern creativity. Born in Syria in 1984 and raised in Sweden, the 39-year-old visual artist has mastered the rare art of combining creativity and beauty into something unforgettable. Standing 6'1", with jet black eyes, a perfectly trimmed beard, and a timeless, elegant aesthetic, Dwan doesn't just walk into a room, he turns it into a gallery. Juan first made his mark in London, where his groundbreaking exhibitions made the art world take notice. But it's not just his art that's in the spotlight. A whirlwind romance with Latin music superstar Ricky Martin propelled him into the global spotlight. They met on Instagram, bonded over art, and built a happy family together. Their love story is nothing short of a modern-day fairy tale. Even after consciously separating, they continue to display grace, sophistication, and mutual respect, earning admiration from fans and critics alike. Beyond romance, Juan's work speaks volumes. His provocative paintings and installations have graced the most prestigious galleries from Stockholm to New York, blending Middle Eastern influences with contemporary Western aesthetics in a way that is both daring and deeply emotional. His solo exhibition at the Saatchi Gallery was a cultural moment. Collectors and critics vied to own a piece of his vision. Juan's stunning Los Angeles studio home, featured in Architectural Digest, is a work of art in itself. "My house is my biggest canvas," he told Vogue, and it shows. Every sun-drenched corner is thoughtfully curated to reflect his artistic journey and philosophy, becoming a favorite backdrop for fashion photographers and documentary filmmakers. In 2023, Juan took his legacy to new heights. His latest collection sold out in hours at Art Basel Miami, while luxury fashion houses competed for his red carpet appearances. When he's not creating breathtaking art or amassing millions on Instagram, he's collaborating with LGBTQ+ artists and mentoring young Syrian creatives. In his recent TED Talk on art and identity, Juan shared how being in his 30s has allowed him to blend all aspects of himself: artist, activist, and eternal romantic. His upcoming projects promise to be his most personal yet, exploring themes of love, transformation, and new beginnings. Tom Ford put it best at the opening of the latest gallery: "Some people are art, some people make art. Juan Yosef does both effortlessly." His journey is living proof that your 30s can be a defining era, where style, substance, and soul align to create something timeless. With each new chapter, his presence continues to blur the line between the artist and the art itself. There's something special about Miles Heiser, a kind of quiet magnetism that sneaks up on you and refuses to let go. He's not the loudest person in the room, he doesn't need to be. With his soft-spoken charm, sharp talent, and those piercing blue eyes, Miles has become one of Hollywood's most intriguing gay actors of his generation. He embodies a new kind of heartthrob, approachable, thoughtful, and completely authentic. Born in Kentucky and raised in California, Miles began his acting journey at just 10 years old. But it was his breakout role as Alex Standall in Netflix's hit series 13 Reasons Why that turned him into a household name. While others might have been overwhelmed by overnight fame, Miles navigated it with a rare calmness and introspection. His performance brought vulnerability to a generation-defining series, earning him critical praise and a fiercely loyal fan base. In 2021, Miles came out publicly as gay, a moment that resonated deeply with fans around the world. Rather than turning it into a spectacle, he chose to share his truth the way he approaches everything else, with honesty, quiet confidence, and a grounded sense of self. His openness felt genuine and unforced, inspiring countless young people who were discovering their identities in real time. In that moment, he didn't just make a statement, he set an example. Miles isn't just a screen star, he's a storyteller. His choices reflect an artist interested in complex narratives rather than cookie-cutter fame. From indie films to gritty dramas, he's consistently leaned into roles that challenge him and connect emotionally with audiences. It's this fearless authenticity that makes him stand out in an industry that often rewards flash over substance. Outside the spotlight, Miles embodies that effortlessly cool Los Angeles energy. He's the kind of guy you'd imagine running into at a vintage record shop or a tucked-away cafe with a book in hand. His personal style blends classic Americana with a soft, contemporary edge, simple, clean, and subtly striking. No wonder fashion photographers love him. He brings an understated elegance that feels both timeless and fresh. But make no mistake, behind the soft demeanor is a force of creativity, ready to shape Hollywood's future. As he steps deeper into his 30s, Miles is embracing a new chapter, taking on bolder roles, developing original projects, and using his platform to advocate for LGBTQ+ representation that's honest and nuanced. He's not just here to play the game, he's here to redefine it. His upcoming work promises to blur the line between indie artistry and mainstream stardom. And if history is any indication, he'll do it on his own terms, with quiet strength, magnetic presence, and a touch of that signature Miles mystery that keeps everyone watching. In a world that often celebrates loudness, Miles Heiser proves that power can also be quiet, grounded, and breathtakingly real. He's the kind of star who doesn't just light up the screen, he lingers in your mind long after the credits roll. And just when you think you figured him out, he surprises you again. That's the magic of Miles. Subtle, striking, unforgettable. Guys, get ready to swoon because Nathan McCallum is about to steal your heart. Born in Australia in 1991, this dream boy has become one of the most sought-after faces in the fashion industry. Standing 6'3" with piercing blue eyes, perfectly toned abs, and a signature tan, Nathan proves that turning 33 means you've reached the pinnacle of your game. What a transformation. From Instagram fitness sensation to international fashion sensation, Nathan's journey has been nothing short of explosive. With over 500,000 loyal followers, the handsome Aussie has featured in campaigns for top luxury brands like Calvin Klein and Diesel, while his Knock It workout program has transformed the lives of thousands of people around the world. I started sharing my workouts online just to track my progress, he revealed to Men's Health. Now, I'm helping thousands of people transform their lives while staying true to who they are. And can we talk about the workout videos that keep going viral? His six-pack abs tutorials alone have racked up millions of views. When it comes to style, this king serves up pure luxury. Whether he's strutting the runway in Milan, posing for high-fashion shoots in Paris, or sharing his everyday outfits with his hungry followers, Nathan proves that comfortable style is an art form. Vogue Australia called him the new face of modern-day masculinity, and honestly, we couldn't agree more. Behind those abs is a rigorous 5-day workout routine and a carefully planned diet. In my 30s, I've become very serious about health, he shares on his YouTube channel. It's about building sustainable habits that keep you looking and feeling great. Living between Sydney and Los Angeles, Nathan has created the perfect balance between work and health. His stunning beachfront apartment, which has been featured in numerous design magazines, doubles as his home gym and content creation studio. My space reflects my philosophy: clean, functional, but still completely awesome. 2023 is a big year for our Aussie king. He has landed major campaigns with international luxury brands, launched Knock It as a global wellness platform, been featured in multiple international fashion magazines, reached a total of 1 million social media followers, launched a sustainable sportswear line, and been named one of Australia's most influential digital creators. When he's not taking the internet by storm with his thirst traps or filming workout content, check out Nathan advocating for LGBTQ+ youth in sport and fitness. It's so important to be seen and proud in the fitness industry, he emphasized at Sydney Pride. Everyone deserves to feel strong in their own skin. Supermodel Jordan Barrett put it perfectly. Nathan isn't just about looks. He's reshaping the way we see masculinity, fashion, and fitness. Fitness enthusiasts and fashion lovers want more engaging content to motivate you to hit the gym and look your best? The subscribe button is calling your name like a hot personal trainer. Let's get fit and strong together. Talk about perfection in art. Meet a man who is both a masterpiece and a creative master. There are stars who light up the stage, and then there's Jelani Alladin, a force of nature who commands every moment. With electric presence and a voice that fills the theater, he embodies a new era of queer talent in Hollywood, powerful, versatile, and unapologetically authentic. Born and raised in Harlem, New York, Jelani grew up surrounded by rhythm, community, and culture. From a young age, he understood that storytelling wasn't just about entertainment, it was about representation, pride, and power. That foundation would shape everything he would become: a Broadway trailblazer, a screen talent, and an outspoken advocate for inclusion. Jelani burst onto the scene in 2018 when he originated the role of Kristoff in Disney's Broadway adaptation of Frozen. As a queer, black performer stepping into a traditionally white, heterosexual role, Jelani flipped expectations on their head. His performance was magnetic, filled with warmth, humor, and emotional depth, proving that the magic of Disney isn't about fitting a mold, but breaking it beautifully. Overnight, he became one of Broadway's most talked-about rising stars. But Jelani didn't stop at the stage. He transitioned seamlessly into television, taking on layered roles that explored identity and strength. Whether appearing in The Walking Dead, World Beyond, or indie projects that push boundaries, he brings the same intensity and heart to every performance. He's not here to play stereotypes. He's here to tell truths. Beyond his undeniable talent, what makes Jelani stand out is his mission. He's spoken openly about the responsibility he feels as a queer black man in entertainment, to open doors that were once locked, to hold space for those who've been pushed to the margins, and to make sure that the next generation sees themselves reflected in stories that matter. His artistry is matched by his activism, a balance that feels both revolutionary and deeply human. And let's not ignore the obvious. Jelani has that it factor. That sharp jawline, commanding frame, and infectious smile light up any stage or screen he touches. But behind the charm is discipline. Years of classical training, relentless work ethic, and a deep respect for his craft have made him a performer who isn't just talented, he's transformative. As he embraces his 30s, Jelani stands at the intersection of artistry and impact. He's rewriting narratives, proving that queer performers of color aren't side characters. They are the main story. His journey is a testament to what happens when you refuse to shrink yourself to fit someone else's vision. And here's the beautiful part. Jelani's rise isn't just his alone. It's a mirror for anyone who's ever felt unseen. It's proof that your identity isn't a limitation. It's your superpower. His story reminds us that visibility matters, representation saves lives, and art has the power to change culture from the inside out. So as we celebrate Jelani Alladin, the Broadway star, the on-screen powerhouse, the advocate, let's also take a moment to reflect. What part of yourself have you been dimming that the world actually needs to see? And before we move on to our next star, tell us in the comments, where in the world are you watching from today? We'd love to know which corner of the globe this fabulous community is lighting up right now. Fashion wonderkind, slay family, let's celebrate Christopher John Rogers, the 30-year-old design prodigy who's not just dressing the stars, he's becoming one. Standing 6'4" with that radiant smile, impeccable style, and a presence that commands every room, CJR, as fashion insiders call him, proves that genius comes in gorgeous packages. His energy is magnetic. When he steps into a space, people don't just look, they feel it. He has that rare mix of confidence and authenticity that turns fashion shows into cultural moments. Let's talk about his meteoric rise. This Baton Rouge beauty took the fashion world by storm, becoming the youngest designer to win the prestigious CFDA Vogue Fashion Fund Award at just 26. The $400,000 prize was just the beginning. That moment didn't just crown a rising star. It announced the arrival of a visionary ready to rewrite the rules. He's since dressed everyone from Kamala Harris at the presidential inauguration to Zendaya at the Met Gala, turning politicians and celebrities into walking works of art. Each look feels like a statement: bold colors, daring silhouettes, unapologetic joy. Christopher doesn't just make clothes, he creates moments people remember for years. 2023 was absolutely legendary for our design king. Target literally crashed when his collection launched, a testament to his ability to merge high fashion with accessibility. But the real gag? While his designs were making millions for the retail giant, he was quietly collecting fashion's highest honors: the CFDA American Women's Wear Designer of the Year Award, making him the youngest winner ever, and a spot in the permanent collection at the Metropolitan Museum of Art, all before turning 30. His design studio in Brooklyn has become fashion's new holy ground. It's a creative sanctuary where his statuesque frame can be found draping fabric late into the night, music playing, ideas flowing, and new visions being born. Those signature voluminous silhouettes that have retail giants fighting for his attention aren't just designs. They're manifestations of joy, identity, and fearless expression. Fashion should be joy made visible, he shared while accepting his latest award, flashing that million-dollar smile that's become almost as famous as his designs. That philosophy is felt in every stitch. He reminds the world that clothing isn't just about appearance, it's about emotion, story, and power. When he's not creating rainbow-hued masterpieces, catch Christopher serving looks at industry events where his personal style has become legendary. Those perfectly tailored suits, often in his signature bold colors, showcase his 6'4" frame to perfection and prove that he embodies his own aesthetic: loud, proud, and luxurious. And can we talk about his skin? That flawless complexion comes from what he calls his Southern boy secrets, a mix of family beauty traditions and high-end skincare. It's a perfect metaphor for who he is, deeply rooted, yet effortlessly modern. His influence reaches far beyond fabric and runways. In an industry that has historically excluded Black queer voices, Christopher stands tall as a leader, opening doors and shifting perspectives. He's building a legacy not just of beauty, but of representation. Connor Jessup possesses a quiet charisma that sets him apart. He doesn't need flashy antics or over-the-top performances to make an impression. Instead, he captivates audiences with a rare emotional authenticity that lingers long after the scene ends. In a Hollywood full of brash personalities, Connor's strength lies in his inner depth. Born in Toronto, Canada, Connor has been in front of the camera since he was a teenager, but his rise from gifted child actor to one of the most charismatic gay voices of his generation has been nothing short of captivating. His breakthrough role came in the critically acclaimed series Falling Skies, where he proved he could pull off tense, high-stakes stories with ease. But that was just the beginning. He wowed audiences with his nuanced performance in American Crime, playing a character whose emotional journey was both painful and unforgettable. It was the kind of role that required vulnerability, and Connor delivered in a way few could. Critics praised his maturity and depth, calling him one of the most promising young actors of his time. Then came Netflix's Lock and Key, where he stepped into leading man territory with a combination of strength and sensitivity that brought a refreshing sense of authenticity. As Tyler Locke, he anchored a fantasy world with genuine emotion, proving that he could be both the hero and the heart of the story. In 2019, Connor publicly came out as gay in a heartfelt Instagram post that was both vulnerable and powerful. He didn't see it as a big reveal. Instead, it was a quiet truth spoken with courage. The moment resonated deeply with fans around the world. Suddenly, the authenticity that permeated his acting spilled over fully into his real life, making him not just an actor to watch, but a voice to be reckoned with. Off-screen, Connor exudes a gentle, artistic energy. He's a filmmaker, photographer, and storyteller who loves to explore the complexities of identity and emotion through a variety of mediums. His social media isn't just promotional. It's thoughtful, often poetic, giving fans a glimpse into the soul of someone who sees the world differently. There's also no denying his charisma. With his sharp features, deep eyes, and confident demeanor, Connor has become an unexpectedly charming man. The kind of guy who doesn't try to grab your attention, but ends up winning your heart. As he turns 30, Connor is embarking on a powerful new chapter. He's choosing roles that truly reflect him, pushing creative boundaries and showing young gay men everywhere that their stories matter. He represents a generation of artists who aren't defined by their sexuality but are empowered by their authenticity. Connor Jessup's journey is proof that you don't have to be the loudest to be memorable. Sometimes the most powerful stars shine in subtle, honest, and stunningly beautiful ways. Ready for more amazing stars to prove that 30 is when you truly become a masterpiece? The subscribe button looks as enticing as a glass of champagne at a gallery opening. Let's celebrate more beautiful souls. Now, step into the world of a fashion genius who is as breathtakingly beautiful as the clothes he creates. Born in 1985, Olivier Rousteing has revolutionized luxury fashion as Balmain's creative director. Standing 5'11" with those chiseled cheekbones, perfect caramel complexion, and that signature swagger, this 39-year-old fashion prodigy proves that running a fashion empire never looked so good. Talk about a fashion fairy tale. Appointed as Balmain's creative director at just 25, making him one of the youngest and first black designers to lead a major French fashion house, Olivier hasn't just broken barriers, he's made them look fabulous while doing it. His journey from adopted child in Bordeaux to the king of Paris fashion is the kind of story movies are made of. His rise wasn't just meteoric, it was intentional, fearless, and dazzling. He carved out his place in an industry that has often been closed off to people who look like him, and he did it with unmatched vision. But let's talk about that face. Even after his shocking revelation about suffering burns from a fireplace explosion in 2020, Olivier has emerged more gorgeous than ever. His recovery journey and transparency about beauty standards in fashion have only added to his allure. Beauty comes from authenticity, he shared in his Netflix documentary Wonder Boy. My scars tell my story of survival and strength. Have you seen his Instagram? It's pure fashion fantasy. Whether he's posting backstage selfies with his Balmain army of supermodels, serving looks at Met Galas, or sharing shirtless yacht photos that break the internet, Olivier proves that being a boss doesn't mean you can't be a snack too. His personal style is as legendary as his designs. Those skin-tight Balmain blazers, perfectly fitted leather pants, and that signature golden glow have made him a street-style star in his own right. Fashion isn't just what I create. He told Vogue, it's how I express my freedom. And that freedom looks expensive, honey. Living between his stunning Paris apartment and various luxury destinations, Olivier's life is as glamorous as his collections. When he's not revolutionizing runway shows or dressing celebrities like Beyoncé and Kim Kardashian, you might catch him hosting legendary parties on private islands, surrounded by models, artists, and icons, or sharing intimate moments with his tight-knit circle of fashion royalty. His world blends high fashion with high energy, part atelier, part dream. Being in my 30s means having the confidence to push boundaries while staying true to your vision, he revealed during Paris Fashion Week. And it shows. His recent collections have only gotten bolder, mixing French luxury with street style in ways that keep the fashion world gagging season after season. He's not just designing clothes, he's shaping the visual language of modern luxury. From his golden glow to his golden era, Olivier Rousteing's 30s have been nothing short of spectacular. A living example of how power, artistry, and authenticity can rewrite the rules of fashion forever. So, when you look at Olivier's journey, what moment in his fiery, glamorous 30s stands out to you the most? Which part of his rise made you say, "That's iconic"? Let us know in the comments below. At 35, the Korean-American drag superstar has transformed from a RuPaul's Drag Race fan favorite into a true beauty mogul. Standing 6'3", wearing high heels, with flawless porcelain skin and legendary makeup skills, Kim Chi proves that a successful businesswoman can look effortlessly glamorous. Since wowing audiences on Drag Race Season 8 with her anime-inspired looks and bold designs, Kim Chi has risen to the top of the beauty industry. Her cosmetics brand, Kim Chi Chic Beauty, has exploded into a multi-million-dollar empire, with products flying off Walmart shelves nationwide, the first time a drag queen cosmetics line has achieved such success. Let's talk about those looks. Known for her sophisticated, intricate makeup and avant-garde fashion sense, Kim Chi transforms into living works of art with every appearance. Those signature eye looks, they can take up to 4 hours to perfect. It's not just makeup, it's craft. Makeup is more than just beauty, she shared when launching her latest collection. It's transformation and storytelling. And she lives by that motto. Her face is her foundation, and every beat is a masterpiece. 2023 is her biggest year yet. Expanding her brand to major retailers across the United States, Kim Chi has proven that drag can be both commercially successful and deeply personal. She doesn't water down her style to fit the mainstream. She makes the mainstream come to her. Her viral makeup tutorials regularly break YouTube records, while her masterclasses sell out in minutes, even at $500. Her influence extends far beyond the stage. She doesn't just create products. She sets trends, inspires a new generation of queer artists, and redefines the beauty business for drag artists. What's most impressive? She's built this empire while maintaining her status as one of the most innovative drag artists. Whether she's shooting for high-fashion magazines, collaborating with top Korean cosmetics brands, or headlining international drag festivals, Kim Chi brings a level of artistry that wows critics and cosmetics fans alike. Living between her Chicago penthouse and Los Angeles beauty, Kim Chi has built spaces as stunning as her drag. Her cosmetics collection blends Korean precision with bold, free-spirited artistry. Being 30 means I have the confidence to build something bigger than myself, she told Forbes. And she's done just that. Not just a brand, but a movement. Kim Chi is a shining example of how art, identity, and business can combine to create something extraordinary. She's not just a performer, she's a trailblazer, proving that drag is more than just entertainment. It's about power, creativity, and vision. And here it is, gorgeous, the dazzling finale to our lineup. 10 incredible stars, each making their mark, rewriting the rules of the game and proving that 30 is where talent, beauty, and authenticity meet. So tell us, which of these amazing icons inspired you the most? And where in the world are you watching from? Leave your thoughts below. We'd love to hear from you. Hey everyone, we've just celebrated 10 amazing queer icons who prove that 30 is where strength meets passion. From Nathan's fitness empire to Kimchi's beauty revolution, Jan's artistic charisma, Olivier's fashion reign, and Christopher's design genius. If you enjoyed these inspiring stories, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, and let us know which star inspires you the most in the comments. See you next time. Stay beautiful and follow your dreams.